Hi YouTube! Today's video I'm going to talk about the 2024 Met Gala outfits, discussing the looks that I think are good and the looks that weren't so good in my opinion. The theme was Garden of Time, so I will also be taking into account who met the brief and just in general if it suits them or not. So I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to start with the ones that I think are good first. Starting with some of the people who came in Thom Browne. I like Thom Browne, so I'm going to like a lot of these outfits. One of my favourites of the night was Autumn Mason. I thought that all of the pieces suited his figure really nicely. The fit of the trouser was just perfect. Slightly shorter length, and then it showed off the shoes, which I thought were amazing. I love the chunky heel, the broguiness, the classic Thom Browne broguiness. The whole outfit was in that kind of boucle tweed, which Thom Browne uses a lot, but it's always nicer than just wearing a black tuxedo, I think. We still had the classic cummerbund and a shirt and a tie, but that shirt is completely open and the tie is open, so it's a nice dress down on the typical formal tuxedo. Another nice thing about this outfit was the back of the outfit, the train. You can see the underside of the train was this kind of puffy quilty fabric like a duvet, and I like how that's still kind of referencing the Sleeping Beauty part, in my opinion. That might just be me trying to make it work against the theme, but otherwise there wasn't really that much of any theme going on, but it's an outfit that looks great and looks great on them. Another person wearing Thom Browne was Cynthia Urvio. Her and Ariana Grande were promoting Wicked, which they're both in. They both came in looks together, but I thought her one really stood out. Again, she's taken that typical suit, it's changed its shape, it's now cropped, revealing a stomach area, and I think for her petite frame this works really well, fitting her nicely, not too oversized, showing herself and her skin underneath the fabric. The train is nice, so it still has that drama, all the pink rose petals just lifting that tuxedo and nodding to the garden part of the theme. Gigi Hadid was in Thom Browne. I like how this outfit has the blazer on the bottom, which is kind of opening up like a flower to reveal her and the top half, and the whole bottom half train is, I believe, different opened up blazers, which is cool and interesting, and the flower, which is starting at the bottom, kind of goes along the hem. What I would say is white and black is very simple, and I think she could have taken a bit more of a warmer colour. She looks nice enough in it, and as I always say during colour analysis, if you're someone that doesn't necessarily suit a colour, having it off the shoulder and not too close up to the face is always a good way of doing it. This is a Gigi Hadid hair that I actually really like. I think she's embraced more of her natural colour in the roots and a nice warm blonde. So a designer that I quite liked, who came themselves and came with someone, was Harris Reed. They dressed Demi Moore. I thought it was a nice outfit for her. It had lots of fun, oversized curves and drama that you would want and expect from a Met Gala. There was the flower bit of the theme and these kind of spiky things all along the outside, which were interesting, and in my head, if I'm trying to justify the theme again, I would say I like, you know, the bits on a clock, the hands of a clock, just loads of them. That's my opinion. I think she might have a cooler sort of wintered skin with quite high contrast hair, so the black and the pink and the white is nice for her. It's not sort of too dark or anything like that, but Harris Reed themselves just looked amazing. They look like a Renaissance painting. It's a stunning piece that has so much interest in the structure and the shape, not just that bodice, like big flower petals coming up, but the draping, extended hip going down into a one-sided waterfall, and then a flared leg underneath it, just really interesting. Of course, amazing headpiece. Again, we still have the clock dials here, and the fabric is that wallpaper, I think they were saying, print, which still has some florals in it, and overall I think it's a really nice sculptural and arty look that they were clearly feeling amazing in. Also on an arty front, I quite liked Lana Del Rey's Alexander McQueen look. theme-wise, we were looking at nature growing dark with time, perhaps. She has this kind of sepia palette that looks like an old photo. It feels very McQueenie with all the twigs and the headdress, and that veil feels like, you know, quite old McQueen. And then just holding that single rose, again, like a old painting. I like in that sense. Does it look good on her? I mean, the shape works and flatters, but I feel like the outfit and maybe the artiness is more of what the star is in this look rather than her own face, which is of course being hidden by a veil, but I think it's cool. Mindy Kaling came in Gaurav Gupta. I saw this one live on the TV before I went to bed, and I thought it was quite an entrance. The shape and the texture of it all is really, really nice. It's almost like moving sands in a watery way. I think she was talking in an interview about the back area being like a flower. I think it looks really nice for her body. All the waves are kind of highlighting her curves and symmetry really nicely. The colour is really delicate and warm and looks good on her skin, has a slight sparkle to it, which is nice. It's not too much. I feel like this is an outfit that might seem like a lot, but actually is still quite subtle at the same time. I liked Rebecca Hall's outfit, which was Danielle Frankel. It had this kind of double layering aspect to it, creating this really nice icy blue, which I think works for her cool skin really well. To me, with that dark hair and dark features, she has a kind of wintry vibe, but it's nice that there's still quite a lot of different light colours going on just to brighten it and give it a bit of something. When I suits it really well. She's got a nice dramatic train. The shape is very simple, but I don't think it needed to be crazy since the flowers are doing a good job. So yeah, I think it's pretty and quite ethereal and a really good look, I think, for this occasion. One of my favourites is Sabrina Harrison's look in Krishabana. All the gold looks really nice for her skin. It brings out that gold. It's fun. I mean, that's what I'm looking for. I want someone to do the time aspect, which she has done. I enjoy the melty clock that's fitting that chest area perfectly. The little clock coming from it, disappearing at the end. The headdress, the big sculptural headdress is very cool, and again, more of the clock thing. It's nice to see someone meeting the theme but looking really good in it and still looking not too silly, which it could veer on, and I'm sure some people's opinions are that it is, but I like it. I think it's the right mix of eccentric and fun. Also in gold was Serena Williams wearing a Balenciaga. I really like this look. I think the colour looks great on her. I like the black contrast with it. The draping, I think it's showing off her curves really well and flattering her. And I think this is a really simple and subtle look that looks great on her. Is it meeting the theme? No. But are many people? Really, a lot of people are opting to look nice, and I think this outfit, she does look stunning. Many people were in Loewe. One of the looks that personally is one of my favourites of the night is Taylor Russell's look. Wooden body panel plate, which looks really sculptural. You want to feel it. It's got a really nice kind of texture to it with this beautiful painted flower, which again, it's subtle nod. I enjoy the nature feeling of it. I like how it feels like she's an ancient god of some sort, with that really simple skirt, just a drape and then a slit, and that's it. This is a really simple, not over the top look that I think she looks fantastic in, and her fringe is really cute too. Another Loewe one is Dan Levy. I don't know if you guys have been seeing him in the adverts telling you how to pronounce the brand. Very needed. I thought this one was really fun. I like dip dye from the embellishment to the plain black. Again, nice to see a suit that isn't plain black and has something fun done to it, and I think this is a good one. There were some plain, more ordinary suits that I thought were done well. I always like Jeff Goldblum. I think he's really stylish and he has a lot of confidence, and yes, he's just wearing an ordinary black suit, but I like the jacket, I like the scarf, I like the little ribbon tie, the gloves. He's got a few flower brooches, so that's his subtle tick, and he just looks really dapper and really good. Lena Waite, she looked really good when she turned up. I saw this one on the TV and I saw the back of the jacket first and I thought it looked amazing. Really simple but just really nice and a different take again on the suit. Sewing and embellishment detail on it is nice again to see. They're clearly feeling really confident, and this is a look I think which has just got the right amount of interest and nod to the theme and looks great on them. One of the men's looks that was one of my favourites was Wisdom K. They're wearing Robert 1. I mean, that bright red is my favourite red, so that did catch my eye, of course, and it's nice to see a colour. But all the details were really fun. The pleating on the sleeves and the neck, the rose corsage, the necklace, the hat, it just felt like this is someone who has turned up and had some fun. And the decaying of it all is really fun. I suppose maybe that's the take on the decaying of time. So this was one that I really enjoyed. Some other shout outs to ones I liked was Laya Bat wearing a Sabayashi sari. Saw this one on the TV and just thought she looked absolutely stunning. I thought the colours, the soft but bright colours, looked great on her skin tone, really sort of peachy and sweet and warm. I just thought it was really beautiful. We've got the flower nod, we've got the gold sparkle sandy nod. This is just a really beautiful one. I thought Elle Fanning's Balmain look was nice. It looks like the birds. I think there was a Disney scene where there's a princess where the birds are going like this and dressing the person, and she has got this kind of going around her body, hugging it really, really nicely in this almost see-through, looks a bit like cling film, but still pretty fabric, which I think has got the nice subtle funness of a Met Gala look. But I think my favourite of the night was Tyler's Balmain look. This handcrafted sand look being the sands of time, so actually someone doing the time theme, not too over the top, still looks incredible on her body. It's obviously made to her body, so it fits her perfectly. It's really fun. The sands on the shoulders, the sand dial she's holding. It's fun, but it's not too much. Some other ones I liked was Tommy Hilfiger and Dee Oklepo Hilfiger. I just thought she had that good witch vibe from a fairy tale about her with the hood. She's holding the apple. The creamy colour and the red pops look really good on her skin, so I just thought this was a nice one. But I think with all these outfits, yes, there's a lot of pretty flowers and nods to flowers, and a lot of people haven't really wowed me as much. Nothing was really blowing me away. I would like to see a bit more fun and a bit more pizzazz, and yeah, maybe some more comedy to these looks and maybe more risks. I think a lot of people that I was expecting a lot from didn't quite deliver. I would have liked more from Cara Delevingne, you know, various people. So those were all the looks that I liked the best. And then next I will go on to the looks that I didn't like so much. There were a few people that I didn't think the colours quite suited their skin tone. Of course, I haven't actually done a colour and body analysis with these people, but it was just a gut feeling. Amanda Seyfried, for example, she's in a completely silver outfit and she's got a dark purple lip on. For me, this just kind of felt wrong. I personally don't know if she's got warm or cool skin, but the silver didn't really pop, and it made her just look a little bit flat. She wasn't really glowing in this silver. Sometimes I think you can just tell when a colour is slightly off. Another person like this for me is Elizabeth Debicki. She has very cool, delicate skin, and she is wearing a very warm gold. For me, this colour is highlighting the lightness of her skin, and not in a kind of glowy way. It's just looking again like a mismatch for her. It's not complementing the skin tone. For me, this would have been a really nice sit on someone with warm golden skin, like an autumn, for example. This feels like an autumnal, olivey, mustardy colour, but for her I think she would have looked nicer in a more delicate, more muted pastel. So that's an example of a warm person wearing a cooler tone and a cool person wearing a warmer tone. They just look wrong, in my opinion. I also want to highlight how fit is important when we're choosing clothing for ourselves. Now, I know a lot of people have had these things made for them, but I still don't 100% agree on how they have fit them. Taraji P. Henson is wearing Jonathan Simkai. Can you see in the area that should be naked, it's kind of bunching where all the boning is and not really sitting as it should. I think that's really important with a dress like this. Also the colour, you can clearly see it's a skin tone type fabric, but it isn't actually meshing with her skin tone. I think either find the correct tone, make that effort, or just have it as an actual blank panel, because this is very clearly wrong. I also think it's important to talk about confidence. A designer attended herself, she's called Aurora James. I think the dress is quite nice. It's nothing special, although a lot of the dresses weren't that special in my opinion. But this one, you can see on her face that she's not feeling special. I watched this one live, I watched her turn up, and she looked very nervous, understandably, and she didn't look very confident, and you can feel that as the watcher. Really, how you present yourself is part of it. It's a whole other part of the outfit. Paris Reed turned up for the first time looking fantastic and clearly feeling fantastic inside, which added that other element, whereas Aurora is clearly feeling uncomfortable in this outfit, which is absolutely fine, but it has made the outfit look less good because the final accessory isn't feeling good. I also want to mention over accessorizing. Sarah Jessica Parker is wearing Richard Quinn, and the dress itself is lovely. It's her very in and out ball gowny shape that she loves, fine. The colour's nice, the detail's nice, I like the lace, I like the sparkle on it, fine. But then she's got a very oversized long string of pearls, which I get is her thing, but I think it's too much. The dress itself is embellished, and then to have this other embellishment that's not even in a contrasting colour, it just looks messy on top of it. It's far too long and just, in my opinion, looks silly. For me, this is unnecessary. If there were any accessory on this dress, I would have just gone for a belt, just to highlight her middle. The shoes are nice, they complement it fine. The bag also complements it fine, but the hat just looks too much. It's covering half of her face. She just looks like she's all clothes, all accessories, and it's not her. So as someone that does like more and does like over the top, I still think there is a balance to where you put things and how many things. So just look at the items you're wearing in relation to the accessories. Do they need it? A few people, in my opinion, and I know I'm a fashion person, I think the hair wasn't working for their outfits. Nicki Minaj, I know she likes a fringe, as do I, but this cutting on her face, just don't like it. I feel like the hair in general isn't matching the outfit, it's detracting from the outfit. They're two different vibes. There's this vibrancy, this cuteness to the dress, and then the hair is black and sleek and 60s, and the two of them aren't really talking to each other. I also do feel in general the dress, as cute and fun as it is a bit more of a party dress, and I would have liked, I don't know, a train or something to it, and the shoes just look like regular yellow court shoes. One of the dresses that is everywhere and I think she feels amazing in, but I just don't love, is Cardi B's dress by Window Sen. It's just a big black thing. Looks like a big black storm cloud. Don't get how it goes with the theme, firstly. Don't think it goes for her skin tone, secondly. I don't get it. It's just a big black cloak of nothingness. It's, for me, not wow. Like, just because it's big doesn't mean it's wow. You can have little, beautiful, understated dresses that are still wow because they look good on you as a person. Yeah, for me, this is a look I'm just not getting. Similar with Zendaya's second look, it's Givenchy. I love an archive, and I think the dress itself is gorgeous, and yes, it does look fantastic on her body, but the colour for me doesn't suit her. It all just feels a little bit dark. In general, with both of her dresses, I feel like they were a bit cold and more for a winter skin tone than her rich golden skin tone. I feel like she could have had more fun and more vibrancy. Yes, I do love the old school glamour and drama of it all, but I would have liked a bit more. I wasn't as wowed by both those dresses as I thought I was going to. Yes, I like the headpiece on this one with the flowers, but not really into the old school witchy funeral look for her. I also want to mention all of the Chloe dresses that arrived in a group. Nice to see the new designer being celebrated, and I do really like her and I really liked her collection, but I don't think it's dressed up enough for the Met Gala, so I don't think it should be here in this sense. And it's also not meeting the theme at all. Like, they've just turned up in cute boho party dresses. Great to debut her, but she could have made something special for the event rather than just pulling outfits straight from her runway. And Greta Gerwig, I really don't like how she's being styled for the red carpet. It feels like it's older than her and it's making her look older as well. I don't think the short haircut is helping either. It's really high-necked, it's taking over her whole body. She's cloaked in black, which I don't think suits her skin. I think she's got warm skin. I think she can take a lot of bright colour. Of course, you know, I haven't talked to her. I don't know how comfortable she is or not showing off skin, but I think there are ways of highlighting your body nicely and still being conservative and still feeling comfortable and covered, and this for me is not it. And so that is my summary of the Met Gala this year. I wasn't that wowed really. There were a lot of outfits I liked and I liked a lot, but nothing that I loved and nothing that I feel like is, you know, iconic or Met Gala history. I would have liked to see more people cheekily nod at the theme in good ways. I think a lot of people didn't understand the theme. I would have liked to see more silliness and more theatrics and more larger than life. I would have liked to see Rihanna. I would have liked to see a lot of different things. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you won't agree with me, and that's fine. This is just my opinion and my personal taste. Let me know what you think below if you'd like to share how you feel. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Have a good day. Goodbye.